and welcome to the Rising Sun Daily. I'm Dustin Perry. Here's a look at what's happening around USARJ today. The units designated for DBIDS registration from today through May 4th are the Japan Engineer District, the Japan Employment Support Office, the Dispensary, the Defense Logistics Agency, and the Defense Commissary Agency. Registration is done at the Pass and Vehicle Registration offices near Camp Zama's Gate 1 and also the main gate at Sagamihara Housing Area. A national prayer breakfast coordinated by the U.S. Army Garrison Japan Chaplain's office is scheduled to be held May 3rd beginning at 7 a.m. at the Camp Zama Community Club. Dress for the event is duty uniform. Call 263-8068 or 263-4898 for more information. The Department of Veteran Affairs Overseas Military Services Coordinator will be at the Camp Zama Transition Service Center located in Building 102, Room M107 on May 3rd and 4th. If you would like to schedule an appointment to discuss benefits you may be entitled to, call 263-3940 or 263-3513. Appointments are limited, so don't delay. 3 streets on Camp Zama now bear new names that commemorate the worst natural disaster in the country's history, but also pay tribute to the joint relief and rebuilding efforts that followed. A ceremony held here on April 25th culminated with the official unveiling of the signpost for the newly christened Tomodachi Avenue. Here with a look at the event is a report from Daisuke Sato. U.S. Army Japan and I Corps Forward commemorated the March 11, 2001 Great East Japan earthquake by renaming 3 streets on Camp Zama after cities devastated by the disaster, as well as the joint recovery operation that followed.
The sense of sorrow for the loss of life, coupled with the triumph of the courageous response efforts by the Japanese people and her allies, remain forever present in our consciousness.
The 3 streets were renamed Tomodachi Avenue, Sendai Street, and Ishinomaki Avenue. Sendai and Ishinomaki are cities located in Japan's Tohoku region, the coastal area that suffered the most extensive damage from the tsunami that followed the earthquake. Tomodachi, the Japanese word for friend, was the name of the joint recovery operation between U.S. and Japanese forces.
We will never forget our appreciation for what the U.S. military did during the recovery effort. I also strongly feel that the U.S. is appropriately preserving the memory of this tragedy by naming their streets after our prefecture and its cities. I am very appreciative of today's ceremony.
The soldiers here on Camp Zama are familiar with the names of Tomodachi, Sendai, and Ishinomaki, but as time goes by, the memories of this tragedy may have begun to fade. But by renaming these streets, I think the people here will always remember the Great East Japan earthquake as they traverse them. So this was a great event.
Major General Michael T. Harrison, commander of U.S. Army Japan and I Corps Forward, said in his remarks that the ceremony was meant to connect his unit's history with that of Tohoku, so that the events of March 11th and the heroic endeavors that followed are never forgotten. For U.S. Army Garrison Japan, this is Dustin Perry reporting. If you have an event you would like to see featured on the USARJ Daily Report, email us at usag.japan@gmail.com. And be sure to watch the monthly edition of The Rising Sun for an in-depth look at USARJ news and cultural highlights from around Japan. To view any of our TV segments online, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/USAGJ. or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/USAGJapan. That's all for today's edition. Tune in tomorrow at 5, 7, and 9 o'clock in the morning and evening for the next USARJ Daily Report. For the Rising Sun Daily, I'm Dustin Perry. Thank you for watching.